In this video, I am talking about vocabulary. Regarding this vocabulary, you are going to get a 10-mark question, and then in 2 marks, they are asking you synonyms, antonym, words often confused. So, if you get a 10-mark question, last sem, your friends got a question. The question is, mention some ways to develop vocabulary, to build vocabulary. That is the question. Mention some ways to build vocabulary. That is the question they got last sem. So if you get a question regarding vocabulary, you have to write like this. So I have given a brief description of vocabulary here. The word vocabulary means the range of words in any language. So in English, not only in English, in all languages we are going to come across vocabulary, no? So vocabulary means range of words. What is meant by vocabulary? Range of words. Okay. See here, we are talking about vocabulary now. Why we have to learn vocabulary? Okay. So imagine to transport ourselves from one place to another place. Now we are taking the help of vehicles. Maybe we are going to use train, bus, cycle, scooter, like that. Okay. Human beings also using words as vehicles to transport their words to others. Okay. So that only I mentioned in the second line. Words are vehicles of thoughts, and as we are constantly trying to communicate our thoughts, we must master the use of as many words as possible. Okay. So if you master vocabulary, what is going to happen? There is no need for you to rake your brain while communicating. Easily, flawlessly you can communicate. Why? Means you have wealth of vocabulary. With the help of that words, you are going to talk a lot. Okay, this is the first paragraph, easy one. The word vocabulary means the range of words in any language. Words are vehicles of thoughts. As we are constantly trying to communicate our thoughts, we must master the use of as many words as possible. Okay. Now see, in second paragraph, I am talking about particularly English. Okay. So when you are in first sem, I told you that because of adaptability nature, English has large vocabulary. Okay. If any word comes, it makes it as its own word. I have given examples here. See, L-O-O-T, loot, Y-A-R, R, bangle, bandicoot. Actually, they are not English words. Loot means taking something away from someone. That is looting. We are going to loot. The robber has looted him, like that we are going to say, no. So that word loot is Hindi word. And see the next one, yar. Okay, it's nothing but friend. If you see in dictionary, you can see the meaning friend. Yar is nothing but friend. That's a Hindi word. But now that yar has become an English word. Okay. Actually, bangle is Telugu word. But all we feel that is English word. And in the same way, bandicoot. So we are talking about bandicoot. No, it's also Telugu word. Okay. So here you understood. So whatever word comes, it takes it as its own, and it includes that in its language. So only English has lot more modes, lot more words. It's not that easy to master vocabulary, but with constant practice, we too can master vocabulary. Okay. So that adaptability nature only I have mentioned here. Taking English for our consideration, it must be said that there is almost no limit to the number of words to be learnt. There is no limit at all. Okay. Why? For that I have given reason. For English is a growing language, and new words are borrowed from other language. New words are borrowed from other language, are coined to enlarge it as a living language of the first order. Okay, as a living language of the first order. Okay, easily you can write in your own words also. English has adaptability. Because of adaptability nature, it has large number of words. So for example, you can mention this loot, yar, bangle and bandicoot. And that summary only I have mentioned in a critical manner. It's not critical, but it's easy only. Taking English for consideration, it must be said that there is almost no limit to the number of words to be learnt. For English is a growing language. Okay, and new words are borrowed from other language or coined to enlarge it as a living language of the first order. Okay, I have given examples also. Now see, I have mentioned ways to build vocabulary. Okay, the first way is read. Okay, the more you read, the more you are going to expose yourself to new words. Okay, so simply reading is not enough. When you read, no, you have to record that word, and you have to revise that word, and you have to use that word in your day-to-day conversation. Okay, so if you try to learn words in isolation, no, you are not going to remember that word forever. So only whenever you get a new word, no, so that in practical language you have to use. Okay, for example, I talked about loot here. Okay, so if you just remember the word and just learn the meaning, that's not enough. You have to use that in language. Okay, so for that only I gave an example. The robber or thief has looted him. The robber or thief has looted him. Like that, if you coin sentences, no, and use that sentences in your day-to-day communication, no, you can remember that forever. Okay, and the second tip is keep a dictionary and thesaurus handy. Keep a dictionary and thesaurus handy. Okay, now you can use digital dictionaries also. No need to really keep a dictionary. Why? Means now you all have smartphones. So in that, if you download dictionary or just if you go to Google, if you type, no, you are going to learn the pronunciation and meaning also. Okay, so whenever you come across a new word, whenever you read a new word, immediately go through dictionary and try to refer to the meaning, and this thesaurus helps you to learn the synonyms and antonyms of that word, and that makes you learn more words. If you come across one word, no, for that one word you are going to learn number of meanings, and antonyms also you are going to learn. So it helps you to develop your vocabulary. Okay, so here itself I mentioned two ways. What is the first one? Read. The second one is keep a dictionary and thesaurus handy. Okay, now you are living in digital world, so no need to use physical dictionaries. Digital dictionaries enough for you. Okay, now see, use a journal. Okay, third tip. So here the meaning is, whenever you come across new words, no, so maintain a notebook and you jot down all the words with their meanings. Okay, so if you forget also, if you refer that journal, no, you can readily understand the meaning. Okay, there is no question of forgetting that word. Okay, now see, learn a word a day. Every day if you learn one word, no, for a year you have 365 days. Okay, so if you daily learn one word, no, so in a year how many words you are going to learn? 365 words. Okay, as you are first BTech students, so if you learn 5 words a day, no, so your vocabulary grows like anything. So instead of one word, try to learn 5 words. Okay, now see, go back to your roots, they are saying. Means, so English, no, it's made up of number of prefixes, roots and suffixes. Okay, if you learn prefixes, suffixes and roots, no, you can learn many words. Okay, how? I will show here itself. See, Nana, theo means, the prefix theo means God. Okay, the suffix ism means belief. So from these two, Nana, we can form many words. Okay, so theo, see, theo plus ism, theism. Okay, theo plus ism, theism. So the meaning of theism is the belief that God exists. Okay, atheism. Okay, a means, prefix a means not. Atheism means the belief that God doesn't exist. Atheism, theism. Okay, now see, here I have mentioned monotheism. So here the prefix mono means one. Theism means belief in God. Okay, so the belief that there is only one God, that is known as monotheism. Okay, now see, pantheism. Pan means all. So the meaning here is God exists everywhere. Okay, now see, polytheism. Poly means many. The belief that there are many gods is known as polytheism. Okay, so theist means the one who believes in God is known as theist. Okay, So here we are taking the help of prefix a. Atheist means the one who doesn't believe in the existence of God. Okay, so like this, no, theist and atheist I mentioned. Okay, from two roots we have learned many words like this. So if you learn prefixes, suffixes and roots, now you can remember the words very easily. Okay, so what are the words we learned? Theism, monotheism, pantheism, polytheism, atheist, theist and theology. The study of God is known as theology. Okay, simply by using the word theo, we have learned lot more words. Okay, so it's very easy. So only the saying, go back to your roots. Okay, prefixes, roots and suffixes are a significant part of English language and a great tool for learning new words. Okay, great tool for, see, go back to your roots. Prefixes, roots and suffixes are a significant part of English language and a great tool for learning new words. Okay, now see, I have mentioned one more tip. The tip is play games. Okay, so here some word games are there. They help you discover new meanings and new words. Okay, for that word games I have given crossword puzzles, anagrams, word jumble, Scrabble, Boggle. So if you play this kind of word games, automatically vocabulary develops. Okay, what are the games here I mentioned? Crossword puzzles, anagrams, word jumble, Scrabble, Boggle. Okay, the next tip is, okay, engage in conversations. Okay, often if you speak with others, no, you can learn a lot more. Okay, so here simply talking with other people can help you learn and discover new words. Okay, so here itself, this is a 10-mark question, so don't neglect it. So you are going to get suggest ways or mention ways to build your vocabulary. So if you get a question like that, no, you have to write this entire summary. So you have to by heart this. Okay.